An Adrian Johnson production.
Welcome to Lunch at Circle TV. I'm Perry Carlson. Today's invitee is Philippe Jeanmaire from Team Performance. Philippe, to start with, could you explain to us what is your business about?
Thank you, Per, for inviting me. Very pleased to be here with you. Through my experience as an engineer, as a plant manager, as an international consultant for a Big Four consulting firm around the world, I have realized that companies have basically everything they need to succeed. I've met many leaders that are really inspired, that have a real vision about what they want to create. And what has impressed me the most are the team that they have in their organization, very competent people. And the observations that I've made is that although they have basically everything they need to succeed, things don't always happen as fast as they would like. And that's why I've created that business, is to help them through the execution, working with people, not only on the what those people are going to do, but on the how.
Okay, so if I understand it right, you work with helping people accelerating how to achieve performance, or accelerating how to get to the achievements they need to do through more effective ways of communicating, through more effective ways of working together. What do you think are the biggest obstacles, the biggest hurdles in organizations that you work with to working effectively?
The biggest obstacle in my mind is each of us and what is going in our heads. All the perceptions that we have, all the ideas that we make in our head about what other people think, what other people might think, instead of taking the time to understand what those people think and build with those other people. And that comes from our own values, and we filter what other people say through our own values. Instead of listening to what the other people have to say, recognize the differences that there are between us, and working together in building something on those differences. If you and I are exactly the same, thinking the same way, I'm not adding anything to you, you're not adding anything to me. And
so it's a bit like what you're saying is we tend to second guess what other people think rather than asking, what do you think? And
yes.
If we actually can get a dialogue between ourselves, you think that we will work more effectively.
Absolutely. And that goes a lot through the communication and the way I'm going to communicate what I think to you, so that you can get my message and not block before you can really get to the bottom of it.
Another part of your activity and what you're working with is helping people be persuasive, convincing people. What is your nightmare scenario? What's the worst situation you can imagine for persuading someone?
The hardest situation I've faced is when I'm working with people that are very, very good at what they do. They could be scientists, technicians, they could be commercial people, but they are really, really good. And all what they want to do is talk about themselves, their knowledge, their science, the way they do things. And the real challenge is to help them take the time to understand what is important for people they want to persuade, and take the discussion to a different level, take it away from the technical aspect and take it more in an emotional level.
Okay. A last question, Philippe. You've just created your own company, a new company, which is called Team Performance. So what can you say about your experience of creating a company, being an entrepreneur in France?
I hear everybody's talk about creating businesses in France is a difficult process, a lot of hurdles. I have to say that in 2 weeks that business has been created. I got the help from accountant, legal people to take care of all the administrative aspects. It don't cost that much, but having professional to help you really helps so that I can focus on my business, on my clients, and on developing and on selling. So it was not that hard at this stage. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Philippe. Philippe Jeanmaire, Team Performance. Thank you. You've just watched Lunch at Circle television. I'm Per Carlson, and I invite you to listen to the podcast that we will be recording with Philippe over the lunch that we will just have.
Thank you, Per.